All right, everyone, welcome back for the episode of Carnivore Trade. Today is Friday, November 8th, 2024. If you're not done so already, please give the video a thumbs up, like, comment, subscribe to the channel. Come find me on carnivoretrades.com for swing trading alerts, analysis, and live day trading. Any engagement we can get is awesome. Really hard to grow financial channels on YouTube these days without being a perma bear. But anyway, let's get into it today. So, speaking of bears and crashing, we talked about this on Wednesday. The crash up risk, and so far that has been the case. We did get to SPX 6000, so there we are, historic level there, which is crazy because just earlier this year, we had 5,000 for the first time. So pretty amazing move here. About 300 points in just this week, really, on S&P, and keeps going higher because you believe it can't. So markets here pull back for a few weeks, and then talked about this extensively. Event volatility, gotta learn it. You're gonna lose money if you don't understand this concept. But the left tail is hedged for the election, believe it or not. These guys that get paid billions of dollars have these things factored in. They have a contested election factored into their models, and they're hedged for that. And when that doesn't happen, what do you think the market is going to do? So in any case here, 6,000 has been hit, and yeah, market can go higher, really. Now, next week is Opex. I think we'll probably run into, I know there's a wall at 600 on SPY. So I think that's probably it for now. I'm not saying we can't pierce it, but it's going to be a little bit tough to really stay much above that, if you ask me, unless something changes. Right now, though, I mean, look at this. It's just a straight trend move here. And we're pumping up right now as we speak, but no lower lows, really. So, until that happens, you do some little chart damage intraday. Market is just in a trend move here. We'll probably grind out till about 2. I'm obviously doing this video a little early today because it's inconsequential what happens between now and 4 o'clock at this point. We'll probably grind out for another, half hour or so, and then we'll top out here. There is a little GEX at 6,000 and 6,005, so I might be trying to overshoot by a few points. Maybe they try to go to 600 at SPY today. I mean, it's $1.50. What's another $1.50? But right now, we're not doing any backing and filling until we at least take out 60.10. So right there, that would give you that kind of false breakout signal. And that would indicate, I think, we'd finally go into cool-off mode here. But look at this move. Look at that move off the lows. Epic trend there. So we'll see what we get next week. Again, obviously, you can't chase up here. I don't think anybody should be shorting. A lot of people are trying to come up with short levels here. Look, the market will make it obvious when it's time to short. I mean, you don't have to front run this. And in fact, the reason why we keep going up is because I keep hearing people talk about this market's a short, up, it's overbought, this and that and the other thing. You're just providing more squeeze fuel. So, I mean, look at some of these stocks here. UPST, that's short interest, These stocks that have been squeezing up, the Carvanas of the world, right? Even PayPal recently. These heavily shorted names, they're making people pay, and small caps, right? So anyway, QQQ 515, a little bit of a level right there, and then 520. But we're gonna get that weekly closing all-time high finally, and that is on breakout. Not much else to say there. SP, 60.25 is your next area. That should line up with about 600 SPY. IWM still needs to cool off a little bit. So that had the biggest move on Wednesday. So that's going to take a little bit more time to chill here. But that should get up to all-time highs in due time as well, I think, by the end of the year. Dow hitting a whole round number at 440. That probably needs to stall out too. Still the laggard is SMH. So this just cannot continue here. Now, NVIDIA is on breakout now finally. Broadcom is very close. TSM is, just off the highs. But again, these other names are just not good. So that would be my concern here is, does this market lose if this market does lose Nvidia, Broadcom, and TSM, is that it? Does that drag the market down? Remember, Nvidia is the largest, weighted stock in the what's the largest stock in the world now. Broadcom's pretty damn big too, and so is TSM. These have a high weighting. If they get lost here, that could be a problem, but that hasn't happened yet. So SMH here still struggling with 260. IGV's not struggling though. 101, give it another $1. And that's with trade desk down today. So, transports here, again, overbought, needs to consolidate. That should go to all-time highs too. I told you this would be a hated rally, and I see it in my comments section. So 2-year here, yeah, just nothing great, nothing terrible. I don't see why this can't go to 440. So I think the 2-year can get up there. 5's a little bit more top heavy right now. And then you can see as we get to the long end, you got some redness there, but no follow through, right? We just tested the breakup bar low and we bounced. So you can say, oh, we're below the trend line, but well, trend lines can be nebulous sometimes. Short term, I think it's okay. A 30-year, again, still inside pattern, no real problems here. Again, I see a lot of people talking about TLT too. I just don't see the sell signal on yields yet. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they crash tomorrow or Monday, but and I've been seeing people buy TLT this whole way up too. So I'm still kind of indifferent here on bonds right now. Just kind of, I'm not bearish yields, big picture in any case. But XHP here up 68 cents. Still needs to get through 120. Possible lower high here, rejecting at the 50 and 20. Moving average on the daily. Still fine on the weekly though. We got VNQ up 1.5. This is looking okay. It's looking all right there on the weekly. Remember we talked about this? So yeah, we had the lower high and the lower low, but that weekly is starting to look pretty good there. XLF again overbought, needs to digest. All these fins need to do that. Oil backed off pretty hard today, so again, the yields up is not always bad for the stock market. Oil's down, copper's down. That doesn't look like a market that's worried about inflation. It looks like it's trying to price in growth. Can that change? Will that change? I think so, but what if we, what if it, these guys talking about shorting and trying to fight this tape. I'd much rather fight it from 6,500, right? Because none of this stuff has happened yet. So you can be ahead of the curve all you want, but that's not going to make you money. If you're not deploying the capital correctly anyway. People have been calling for a recession for 2-3 years, right? So it only pays to be early if you know exactly when to enter. Saying all that to say this, crude's down, yields are up, market likes it. A lot of talk with Middle East peace. A lot of stuff going on with the Trump trade right now. XLE up 27 cents. Again, a little overbought here, needs to go consolidate. All these energy plays do, and they will, and I think they'll go higher. CCJ giving some of those gains back, but inside day, that could be a higher low there. URNM, a little bit better. I'd like to see it stay above 48. And then NJ, I want to see that get back above 24. I'm not in these right now. Nat Gas, another inside day. Nothing really doing, not doing anything with that. Dollar up again. But still not into this big level here. I think that's kind of your max move for right now. Gold's down 0.5%. Still could just be a higher low off the 50 MA. It needs to reclaim 27.50 on the futures. And then silver here. Below 32 on the weekly. I don't really like that, but as long as you're above this inside bar low, I think you're okay. Platinum and palladium definitely looking weaker. Platinum definitely has can still put in a higher low here. Palladium Basically retracing this whole move up here. And right back into the 200 and 100 moving average. We'll see if that starts to bounce here. It does need to tighten up on the weekly, though. So look at this volatility in copper. I told you guys volatility was coming, but this is ridiculous. Amazing. Let's just zoom out, clean this up. Weekly bull inside bar above the moving averages. Simple. So I give the bulls the benefit of the doubt. I'm not too super enthusiastic, but I'll give them the benefit of the doubt as long as that's intact. All right, Bitcoin new all-time high, new all-time closing high, and it probably will be on the weekly as well. So that's on breakout there. Nothing's changed. So again, it's about 145. So again, I'm doing this video early. Again, you know, if we inch up another 10 points, it's not consequential. If we, you know, fade into the close, you know, 20 points down to 59.80, it's not consequential either. That would just indicate that we're ready to do some backing and filling finally. But again, SPX 6,000, we're almost to my year-end target. And I think we might actually exceed it depending on how this goes here. Next week, Opex, I think 600 SPY is a bit of a ceiling for now, but we'll see. Again, the more people that don't believe in this rally, the higher it just goes. And that's been the case all year long. I've been adamant about that. You guys have been following me. You guys know that's been the case on my end here. So anyways, guys, I'll wrap it up here. Again, you guys take care. Have a great weekend. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe to the video. Or find me at carnivoretrades.com. See you guys all on Monday.